These are all like hypothetical things that obviously cannot happen, but I think they're fun thought exercises.
Okay, let's make a YouTube video.
Question number 1. We obviously all love Vasily Podkolzin's contract extension. We obviously all hate Trent Frederic's contract extension. Podkolzin signed for 8 years. Podkolzin signed for 3 years.
Yes.
Frederic signed for 8 years. You're this or that. Would you rather double Vasily Podkolzin's extension to a 6-year extension or cut Trent Frederic's in half to a 4-year deal? Double Podkolzin to 6 years at his cap hit or get out of Trent Frederic half as fast?
I think I'm doubling Podz. I would like to take the positive out of this, and I know I can get more out of Podkolzin. I just think the cap's going up so much that I can just deal with a Trent Frederic deal that's bad for a few years. And I also think I can trade it. I really do think they can move it a few years from now. Not anytime soon, don't get me wrong, but like year 4 of that deal when it's like I'm getting rid of him anyway. So I would double.
I'm also of the belief that the positivity optimism side of this, that Freddie has to eventually play better than this, and that I have still some belief in him. And Podz, we all know how much we love Podz and the evolution of his game this season. I would double up on that immediately.
So can I give you my counterpoint? Because I do actually think I would want to double Podz as well. Because getting him at $2.9 million in the back for like
incredible,
insane. What do you think if Podz keeps going the way we hope he keeps going? What do you think the most is he's ever worth as a player?
5-6 million.
Let's call it. Let's even be generous. Let's say it's 6.
Okay.
Then you're actually ahead giving him 6 and not having Trent Frederic. Because you're saving 3.8 versus the 3.1 you're saving, or 3.05.
But if I just double his contract, then I can just get another player.
See what you're saying?
Yeah.
See what you're saying?
So I think I would take the positive of doubling Podz because he's obviously playing well. Doubling his years, not his money, by the way.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, it's just years.
Yeah.
The money stays the same, but it's the years.
And I think Frederic will eventually get better because he's terrible.
And that's what a lot of people are saying. Like, wait for Freddie to get healthy. I see someone comment.
I think he's healthy, by the way. He's just playing bad.
Frederic will get comfortable in time, just needs to settle into a hard role. That was something Spec asked Knobloch about today.
Oh, what did he say?
Spec just kind of asked, someone asked us what we thought about it, but it was like Spec just kind of asked Knobloch, like, do you feel like this player doesn't have a role? I didn't get Knobloch's response, but Spec asked him.
Exciting to hear that one.
Freddie will get comfortable in time, just needs to settle into a hard role. Sorry. So Freddie has to get better sometime. You mean like Jack Campbell? Goalies are different, though.
Yeah.
Because you can't hide or change the role of a bad goalie. A bad goalie has to stand in the crease and stop pucks. A forward who's underperforming, you can teach them how to penalty kill. You can, do a whole bunch of things. So,
and also, too, Frederic still makes basically half the money that Jack Campbell made. Right?
That's all. He's cheaper, right? Like $3.8 million on your fourth line sucks, but it isn't like totally kneecapping your ability.
It's not damning.
Yeah, it's not that damning. A $5.5 million goalie who has to go to the American League is pretty damning. So
people keep saying he's. I just think if Frederic was injured, they would not be playing him.
They would sit him down for 2 weeks and say, "Get healthy and reset yourself."
Yeah, they do. They look at all the players that are out right now.
Yep.
Look, they literally did it to Ovechkin last season.
81% of the people who voted along in the chat on that one said they would double Vasily Podkolzin.
Exciting.
That was admittedly my best question.
Okay, excited for the rest.
You can give Stan Bowman a Christmas gift.
Okay.
Under the tree for Bowman, you can put his 2026 first-round pick right back in the system at no cost. He just gets it back for free. Maybe the NHL investigates the Sharks and they give it back.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or you can give Stan Bowman an extra $5 million in cap space. Do you give him back the first-round pick, or do you give him back the cap space?
The cap space, because you still have 2027 first-round pick, 28, and 29. I think you have things to play with there already. And $5 million looks like Jared McCann money to me.
Hear me out.
Hear me out before you get ahead of yourself.
I thought that was...
You write the questions, I'll give the answers.
But I thought your answer was that's Jared McCann money.
I did.
No, Liam gets a solo.
Then I had another thought.
Sure.
You know how this season is going already for the Oilers.
Mm-hmm.
you don't know how it's going next season. It's like, do you want a boat or do you want a surprise? What is it? Mystery box that could be a boat. I want a mystery box that could be a boat. Well, like next season, if the Oilers stumble again and teams gradually get better, I think the Oilers will be fine, by the way. But like Anaheim's obviously improving, San Jose's improving. Where do Vancouver and Calgary turn next season? Like I think their division's becoming more competitive. Is kind of my point.
Yep.
Like there's a chance where the path to the Stanley Cup final gets a lot more difficult for the Oilers next season, the year after, than this season, hypothetically. Mm-hmm. That first round pick might go from 29th this season to 20th, whatever, you know what I mean, a first round exit would be. That would be my logic, is I can get a better pick next season than this season.
Here's why I like the first round pick.
Okay.
Your McCann example, sure, but there's no guarantee you get him. So let's use Alex Tuck as the example in this hypothetical. The cost to acquire Alex Tuck, we'll say, is a first-round pick plus a little bit. If you got back your 2026 first-round pick, and you get Buffalo to keep half because he's a pending UFA. That's a prerequisite on the deal no matter what. You can afford Alex Tuck this year with a first-round pick. And then going into next year, you still have a first-round pick that you can trade in the summer and get even better on top of that after you re-sign Alex Tuck.
But with the $5 million, too, you hypothetically don't even have to use your first-round pick.
But who are you getting without giving up the first? That's good.
Trent Frederic for a second last year.
Aaron, which one would you pick?
I think I'm going with win now. I think I'm a simple win now kind of guy, so I would do the cap space this season, $5 million. You got Connor for a couple more seasons. It has to be. We've gotten this debate this year.
I know.
It is win now mode always. You do whatever you can to win now. So I'm doing that.
If you're watching the stream right now and you're liking what we're doing, please like the video.
It helps.
And also, please subscribe.
Also would help.
Subscriptions are good.
And to the sauce.
And yeah, subscribe to the sauce.
My thing is just like the extra $5 million helps you this year. The extra first would allow you to get better this year while also getting better next year too. Like there's a ripple effect to it where the $5 million in this hypothetical goes away and then it's gone.
Yeah.
81% of you go extra $5 million. I agreed with the majority on the Podz thing. I think it made sense. Although like dollars wise, you could make the case that maybe. But extra $5 million, no, I'm going to say the first round pick this year. Like you can go get Alex Tuck for the 2026 first this year, and then next year at the deadline, you're like, sweet, we have the 2027 and the 2028 first round pick at our disposal. But 80% of you go ahead and say, extra $5 million. Here's the third one I got for you. I was watching Golden Knights and Devils last night. God damn, Connor Brown looked good. He scored a goal. I was like, man, I kind of want that guy back. Corey Perry's also having a good year in LA. You can bring back either one of them, contracts aside. Who do the Oilers miss more, this or that? You can bring back Corey Perry or Connor Brown for free right now.
I think I am going to go with Connor Brown for the reason of the Oilers are surviving without Corey Perry in the top six.
Correct.
I think people forget, and I've admittedly forgot about it too. Corey Perry kind of took over that power play role, even when Hyman was healthy last season. And now Hyman's back and he's doing perfectly fine. He's doing actually way better than fine, but you know what I'm saying. Where the bottom six is struggling to score. And I know Brown obviously had the first season where he just didn't score at all, but then gradually picked it up from there. So I'm going to go with Connor Brown because then, again, in this hypothetical world, your third line is Connor Brown, Adam Henrique, and Jack Roswick.
Pretty good.
That's
Aaron?
pretty good.
For me, I'm going without a doubt. It has to be Connor Brown in this situation. Just that the Oilers with their, and I heard you under your breath mention Jack Roslovic.
Yeah,
I think where Corey Perry helps was on the power play last year and big goals like that. But the Oilers power play back to number one in the NHL right now. They don't need that help. They have Jack Roslovic in the wings. And then the one area that has been surprisingly solid for the Oilers is the PK, but it could always get better. And Connor Brown was exactly that guy. And I just think of life with Connor Brown over Andrew Mangiapane in the bottom six. We don't live in that world.
I like Connor Brown.
This is a good hypothetical world, and I want to live in that.
Is there, to throw a third wrinkle in it, this, that, or the other? We'll call this one.
Sure.
Who's the other? Like, if it wasn't one of those two, there's one player, since you Oilers went to the Cup final 2 years ago, who is that player you would bring back? If anyone.
There is a weird, sneaky case to be made for John Klingberg.
I think there is a funny one. He's doing perfectly fine in San Jose.
Doing really good in San
He's
Jose.
been scratched earlier in the season, but
I don't think he'd actually be my answer, but he's closer to being the answer than you think.
I just think you're in this scenario now. Hypothetically, John Klingberg's on your team. You're able to move on from Brett Kulak a lot easier.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Klingberg, Holloway.
Yeah, I mean, the Holloway and
in.
Broberg are just too obvious for me, and like there were
No
extenuating circumstances. Someone said Nick Bukestad.
That's what I was going to say.
Jugs.
Bring back
Jugsy.
Jugs. But you don't really need like a fourth line guy. My answer is Brett Kulak.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's a good answer.
That's a
Without a
good
doubt.
one. Mine is Broberg.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Your blue line's a lot different, but trickle effect is if you kept Broberg, you maybe can't afford Wallman. So do you ever get Wallman? I think I'd still take Broberg, but like there is that. I don't think they get Jake Wallman.
But no, I think you could. You would just have to be more creative with your forward group, and you just wouldn't have a Mangiapane, for example. So, like, realistically, if it was like Perry, Brown, or Broberg in this example, and you have all the cap space, the cap is the way it is with those players. Like, it's Broberg, and you just don't sign those guys, and then you bring back, you just have to go out and sign Lazar, and you're like, they do have decent cap hits on this bottom six. You just don't have Mangiapane.
63% of you said bring back Connor Brown. I'm surprised this one wasn't as big of a blowout as the other two.
I just think that Corey Perry was a huge fan favorite. He's a very unique player. It's hard not to love what Corey Perry brings to your team. It's very easy to hate everything he does. I'm super curious what he will be like when the Oilers play him.
Yeah, we haven't seen that yet. Yeah. Obviously, good point. A couple more for you. Oh, actually, last one.
Okay.
This one I think is a good one. You can either, A, guarantee a trip to the Western Conference Final for the Edmonton Oilers, or B, guarantee that if you get there, all three of Dallas, Colorado, and Minnie are out. Whoever the wild card team is on that side of the bracket, that is who you're getting in the Western Conference Final if you get there. So you can either guarantee getting there, or you can guarantee that if you get there, you're playing an inferior opponent. Which one do you take?
This is an interesting one to think about for a couple of reasons. One, basically your first one, if they make it to the finals, can the Oilers beat one of those three teams 4 times? I think the answer is yes. Throughout 7 games, I would put their chances as like probable. But the other side of it is that team that gets to it, so it would be Winnipeg, Utah, maybe it's Anaheim, to be honest.
Could be LA.
Could be LA. That means they would have beaten 2 of those teams on the way there.
Yeah. Like weird shit happens all the time, you know what I mean? Teams get to the Western Conference Final, get swept all the time.
I think I would go with the guarantee of not playing one of those 3 teams.
I think I would too.
I would.
I also would go that. I don't want no guarantees. I want to earn my trip to the Stanley Cup, all right? No asterisks, no nothing. You play who you play.
And again, this is a magic fairy tale world that we're obviously doing this in. But there is another part of me that's like, you know, Dallas, Colorado, Mini, whichever one gets there, might just be beat to shit, right? Like they might be wobbling and hobbling with 3 guys out of the lineup. Like, I know I'm scared of Mini. I'm scared of all those teams. Like they all have good young goalies. They all have, you know, Colorado maybe doesn't have as good of a blue line as the other 2, but Colorado still has that high-end skill that can go toe-to-toe with the Oilers, which, I mean, you could argue that's something that hurt Dallas in the past too. I don't know.
I've decided that the Oilers are going full Colorado Avalanche this year. Like everyone talks about the goalies, but I think there's also the aspect of they basically changed their entire roster just on the fly. And it kind of goes with, I think both our points would be made if this was to happen. Is like you go all in, but you also reset a lot of things too. And I really do feel that's the way Stan Bowman is looking at this. Because there was speculation from Bob yesterday too of like, the Oilers are going to go get another forward. We also think they need another goalie. Obviously, Jeff talked to us yesterday about Alex Lyon. I think they probably need another defenseman.
They need a lot.
I think, as much as I believe the Oilers can win the Stanley Cup for 2 obvious reasons, I do think this needs to be, they need to realize where they're at, and I think some of these plays just aren't good enough. But also, I believe that when you get to the playoffs, it's a completely different game, and once a guy gets hot, he's red hot for basically the entire run. So that's where I'm at with things. So I think Colorado has inspired Sam Bowman? Because you got to think, like, for people who don't know, they obviously got Brock Nelson.
Yeah.
Ryan Lindgren was another guy. They got both the goalies. I feel like I'm missing one other player.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie Coyle. They got Charlie Coyle.
For
For
Middlestat.
Middlestat, thanks.
Yeah.
They did so much
And then
in-season surgery.
And then
It
they
was
were
crazy.
able to flip Miles Wood and Charlie Coyle for Gavin Brindley. And I think it was a second-round pick, maybe a
cap
third
dump,
round.
but it worked out because Brindley's good.
Yeah, so I think that Bowman actually wants to go with the approach of Colorado in the sense of like organizational surgery throughout the season. Nature's too from Yana. It's a good one.
Wow.
Obviously, they got rid of Rantanen, which does change things. But also go with the Florida approach where he tries to restructure the cap space, which I think we've already started to see with Brett Kulak out the door and Stasny in. There you go.
I think it's a good point. 53% of you said you'd take the guaranteed Western Conference final. I actually think this is one where the other ones, I think there was a clear right and wrong answer for all of them. This is one where, like, I don't know if there is a clear right or wrong answer.
I don't know either, because I think both answers are right.
Yeah.
Because I think the Oilers can beat those three teams, Minnesota, Colorado, Dallas, in a 7-game series. But I also would love not to play any of them.
Yeah.
And having the guarantee means the Oilers, I think the Oilers can beat anyone in their division in a 7-game series.
Yeah.
And I think that I truly believe they are the best team in the deal, in the division.
Tyler, let me throw this or that your way. It just popped in my head during. Would you rather watch a Blue Jays World Series or a Bills Super Bowl? I just thought of both tortured fan bases, like losing last year and then the Bills. Sorry to put you on the spot, but I was curious.
I think the answer to my this or that is I'm not picky. I take whatever falls in front of me. There's a little bit more of like the camaraderie aspect of the Blue Jays with me, where like I have a bunch of buddies who are like Jays fans, and like it'd be the whole country
you live
getting
in
it.
Canada as opposed to just Buffalo.
But God damn it, I want Josh Allen to win a Super Bowl so bad, and he deserves a Super Bowl so much. So like putting me in a spot where I'm potentially taking that away from him hurts. I think I might lean Blue Jays, just because again, whole country, all of that. Like somehow the clip came up of the Oilers crowd erupting when Jack Michael, like when they thought the Jays had won the World Series on the big screen. God damn it. I can't. That sucks. I'll pick the Jays, and I want to stop talking about it.
I got one quick one while we wait for Pete here. Someone just threw it in the chat. What was its name? Honto Mo won.
Hontorio Momes.
Oh, cool. Was the Stu trade the most emotional trade of the 97 era? The only other one I can think of that was like a player who was like beloved in a dressing room was the Tyson Berry trade. But I don't know if we felt the same way about Berry because he wasn't here long enough. And we also, you got to remember, we weren't really in the arena for the Tyson Berry era.
And
if you want to call
there
it
was
era.
the clear, like,
it was no question Ekholm was better.
It's like, holy shit, we got Matthias Ekholm.
Yeah.
No one was running around going, holy shit, I can't believe we landed Tristan Jarry. Sorry.
It's the riskiest one. And I don't think people fully understood what I meant with that. But like you brought it up, it's like, this is the guy you've locked yourself to. Mm-hmm. And I believe in Jarry. I think he's a good goalie. I think he's better than Stu. But in the world where he's not better than Stu, you've certainly run a risk.
Oh, Pete texted me. Good.
Barry wasn't as impactful. Yes
no.
and no.
And,
well, he wasn't,
like,
but he did lead the league by defensive points.
I know, but like everyone could also, like, that one was way easier to like compartmentalize because it was like, okay, Evan Bouchard is going to take that spot and be good at it. At least like most people believe that. And then it was like Matthias Ekholm is now on your blue line. Like that was just so easy. So yeah, I don't know if there's been a deal that's been quite as emotional as that one. What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Everyday, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.